Alright, well, if you caught the previous RSX video, she's down due to suspected bad alternator. I'm almost positive that's what the issue is. For more on that, check out the previous video. But I'm going to take this guy out here. I'm going to do it right. Although I'm 99% sure it's the alternator, I'm going to take it to the auto parts store and have them run a test on it first to verify. And then we'll be installing the new alternator. So this is going to be a removal and installation video, getting this alternator out of here. And like I said, I'm going to go test it. So first things first, and I've seen apparently a lot of people do this wrong where they take the bumper off and pull the whole headlight out and all that. And I was like, are you kidding me? You just got to take your power steering pump off here and get the tensioner out of the way, and then it should pull up and out. I mean, we're going to have to move this reservoir here. It's going to be kind of a tight fit, but it should pop out through here once you get all that out of the way. So first things first, going to move this reservoir and get this power steering pump out of here. Of course, you want to disconnect your battery if you're touching the alternator, but I already have mine out because remember, she died on me, so I had to go take her in and charge her in the house. So the battery's already out. And that was the other thing. Like I said, check the previous video for more on it, but you know, you should make sure you verify your battery's good first. But like I said, I'm 99% sure it's the alternator, but we're still going to get it tested. Now I'm working on getting the power steering bolts out. I got this one loose here, but that guy down in there is kind of hard to get to, so I'm going to go ahead and get this belt out of my way. So I got to go that way on the wrench to loosen the tensioner so I can pop the belt off. So you can see I got that up out of the way there now, and I need to take this tensioner arm, whatever, off. There's a bolt down in the center there. I got to undo that to pop that off so I can get to this other bolt on the bracket or whatever you call it. There's another one down in there you can't really get to without popping this off first. And as you can see here, there's not really room to get a ratchet on there, and of course you have to use a socket because it's recessed down in there. Even if you come all the way back here, you can't really get a ratchet on it. The motor mount's in the way, so I'm going to use that little swivel joint there to give me some space out here so I can get my ratchet head on it. You see I got all that up and out of the way there now. So I do believe there's alternator bolt back in there we need to get to, and this thing's in the way here. We need to remove this whole bracket. So there's a bolt there, but the other one's kind of hidden back in here. You can't get down there and get to it, but if you take this pulley off here, you should be able to get a ratchet and socket down in there to get this other bolt off on the back side to remove the whole tensioner arm. I was afraid, I didn't know if that held tension somehow, because this is your tensioner arm, but it does not, because as you can see it's loose there. So you get this bolt, the back bolt that was hidden, and then the center bolt out, and the whole thing comes out. Now as far as I can tell, based off of images, it's just this top bolt, and then you got two down here, and there's that guy. If you've been following the RSX build that I gotta fix, that it was already previously ripped out like that. It goes right here to this coupler. It runs the butterfly in the manifold. I need to get that fixed, but usually this gets ripped when somebody pulls the alternator out. So I'm wondering if this has already been replaced once, and of course it failed on me here again. I'm 99% sure, so they may have put a cheap one in here. I don't know, but anyways, that's broke. You want to be careful not to break that. You just unplug it and get it out of the way, pulling your alternator out so that it doesn't happen to you. I now have to splice that and fix it, and I'm extremely low on power because my butterflies aren't working and all that, so that's fun. But yeah, there should just be two bolts down here, and I'm going to get to them from the bottom side. But anyways, I think the only reason, where is it there, you need to get that out is so you have room when you get it unbolted to pull your alternator out. I think that's the only reason that needs to come out. Alright, I'm going to retract my statement here. You can see one of those bolts, bottom of the alternator there, center of your screen. There's another one just to the left of the screen. So there's two, but it seems to be even harder to get to from down here. This AC compressor or whatever we got there is in the way. So I probably am actually going to do it from up top. Just kind of have to use an extension and feel around. Yeah, it's kind of like that. You can see I got my long socket on it down there, so they're both just down there under the alternator. Be easier to do it from up top here, I think. I might have to retract my statement again. I got the one on this side from the bottom, and this one's a real nightmare. You can see I got my long socket on there. There's, I don't know, maybe the bottom again, but this freaking AC line's in the way. It's right on the other side of that. So my extension's too long. It's butting me up against all of this. My ratchet's barely going to fit in there. And if you use a regular, shorter socket, then you can't get your ratchet up in there because of that AC line being in the way. So that one's really fun. Probably still going to get that one from the bottom too. My worst case scenario, I don't want to have to do this, but I could, I got to take this bracket off, pull out this reservoir, and then I'd probably have plenty of room to get my wrench down in there. I might end up doing that here in a second if I can't get it out from the bottom. Alright, so yeah, do yourself a huge favor and get that crap out of the way. Now I can get my hand down in here, and this whole fan assembly and radiator now moves there. So as you can see, I can push my hand down there, plenty of room. Like I said, you just got to pull out a few of these plastic clips, a couple bolts out of that thing, the whole thing will pull out. And then you got a bolt here, and then that bolt down there, which bolts this guy to the fan assembly. And then, I had to pull my pipe off of there. And that's it. It comes out. So, I mean, it took me like 5 minutes to do that. And now I can come down in here and get this bolt no problem. Alright, and with that bottom bolt out, and yeah, that was way easier because I could actually see the bolt with this stuff out of the way. You see she's loose there, so now I just got to wiggle her out. Of course, I got something holding me back. As soon as I hit stop, I was like, you know what, I probably didn't get that other bolt out all the way. That's what it was. So we are going to have to unplug her, of course, but she's ready to come out. I just got to unplug this crap from down here. And there will be a bolt for that main line and a washer. Got to make sure I don't drop. That's bolted to the alternator there. Had to unclip that part of the wiring right there from over here. That way I could pull this up further. And I'm just going to take this whole bracket off right here. Probably a little 5/16 or something there. And then once I get that bracket off that holds all these lines, it'll give me a little more leeway to pivot this so that I can unplug our coupler there and unbolt the positive line there. Alright, there's all that. Coupler you got to unplug. And then your positive, like I said. And a little wiggling and finessing, and she pops right out. Alright, got the new alternator there. Should have had the video already of some manner or another, but she did test bad, so we got our new alternator there. If I can find one of these on Amazon that I would recommend, that I don't think is a complete piece of junk, I'll put a link in the description. If you're needing an alternator yourself, do Amazon, because I'm an Amazon associate. I've been reaching out to a few parts suppliers trying to get connections. It's hard with the channel being so small right now, but currently just working with Amazon with the whole affiliate thing. But hopefully in the future I'll have a parts supplier I can link to all the time, where there'll be a lot more options for parts. So you can see there, if you guys watched the video or two I first put up with the RSX when I first brought her home, that was one of the things I found, was the power steering leak there. So with this thing hanging down like that, it's been exacerbated. So you can see she's definitely still leaking from there. Hasn't been too bad since I filled it up. I only just filled it up once when I first got it, and it's not been a problem since. It looks a little moist, but she's definitely leaking there. So probably eventually replace that O-ring up in there like I discussed. But so this is absolutely paramount. If you have a leaking power steering over top of your alternator, you should probably definitely fix that first before installing a brand new alternator, or that leak could destroy the alternator. Happens all the time. I just previously posted out of order a fix to that. It's a real quick, simple fix. Fixes 90% of them, so make sure you go check that out if you missed it. It's just a little simple O-ring hack. I mean, installation, basically reverse or removal, so I guess I'll just throw up a few quick snippets of that, but I just got to get her down in there and bolt it up and plug back in and get the belt back on and the battery back in and connected and all this junk put back on, and should be good to go. So I got her bolted up there. I plugged everything in first. This one came with a new bracket, so I clipped those in, plugged in the coupler down there. It's all tightened down, so I just got to get my tension arm back on, idler pulley, bolt this back up and throw the belt back on. This would be a good time to take care of that leak there. It doesn't appear to be coming from the valve cover gasket. It's from that right there, which probably has something to do with cams or VTEC or something like that. I ain't looked it up, but good time to do that. But I mean, it's not too much a hassle to have to pull this stuff out. Getting the alternator out is the hardest dang thing. It only take like 20 minutes to pop the belt off and pull this out to get to that later, so I ain't even worried about it. So I guess it's a good reason. It could be, depending on what you run into, that I'm showing a little bit of the back together. I got this tensioner arm bracket bolted back up and all that, but down in there, there's this nut for that pulley to screw into, and I just pushed it out, so it's just loose up in there. So make sure you don't lose that. You're gonna have to kind of like put your finger on the back side to hold it in place while you put that on and get that bolt started, so you don't push the nut out of the back side of it down there on your tensioner arm. But again, installations, reverse or removal, make sure you have everything hooked back up and you should be good to go. Been driving it around a few months now, as you can see there, no issues whatsoever. This video helped you out, be sure to leave me a like. Alternator and that power steering fix video linked in the description. Thanks for watching, catch you on the next one.